Recording in progress.
What do? I'm a real estate agent. I owe the IRS. So what? Easy fix. I'm going to tell you about that today. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your real estate business. And we just got through tax season, and a lot of agents are freaking out. The congratulations, by the way, to one of our agents from Hawaii. As I've found many times, our goal is to owe the IRS as much money as we possibly can. I want you to imagine for a minute that you are a real estate agent. Let's say you're a real estate agent in Hawaii, in any state, wherever you're at, and you owe the IRS $423,000. How freaking awesome would that be? And by the way, don't be jealous, because if you owed him $423,000, you made bank. See, you don't have a problem with expenses. You have a problem with income. If you can fix your income, I mean, let's face it, our goal is to owe the IRS $1 million freaking dollars, because that means we made a whole bunch. As an example, if you hit the lottery today and you got like 30 million, they'd say, oh yeah, well, that's only like, 17 million after taxes. Well, you owe the IRS $13 million. You'd say, why would I care about that? I'm getting all kinds of money here. So why would you be upset if you owe the IRS? You have a problem with income, not a problem with expenses. And the problem is, since we live check to check, or we live closing to closing, the problem you run into is you didn't really budget for that, and you were spending money that wasn't yours throughout the year because you had an income problem. Then when that comes, we're filing for extensions. How are we going to pay it? We're trying to work out deals. We start running from the IRS. We're doing all of these things we shouldn't be doing instead of fixing the problem, your income. Do you think you can't make 200, 300,000 a year? We do it over and over. We do it all over the United States. Do you think you can't make an extra 300 grand in the next 12 months? All of your problems disappear if that's the case. The IRS bills, the medical bills, the credit card balances that you have, behind on payments, whatever. Income fixes all of that stuff. Why are you trying to renegotiate debts? How about if you fix the debts by making them go away? So many agents wait until it's too late. And now, oh my gosh, Greg, what do? I owe the IRS $21,000. I can't sleep at night. I'm scared they're going to come and get. Close two houses? That's what I would do. It's 20 grand. Are you kidding me, right? It's 20 grand. Close two houses, close three houses. Can we do it next month so you can start to sleep again? You don't have a problem with insomnia. You have a problem with broke-acidness. It's a medical issue. It's called broke-acidness. And that's why you can't sleep at night. And that will continue. That medical problem you have is going to exist until you fix that problem called broke-acidness. You know what fixes it? More money. You don't need debt arrangements. You don't need renegotiations. You don't need repayment plans. You need freaking money. That's what you need. You need money. It's what you have to be focused on as a real estate agent. So many agents are struggling with, I owe this, and I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, and I got these cash flow issues, and what am I going to do? This deal fell out. You're financially devastated because a transaction fell apart. Do you agree that the top producers in the country have transactions fall apart every single month? The more you do, the more that are going to fall apart. That's how life works. Somebody went out and bought a motorcycle and furniture 3 days before closing. It happens. Now, you can do as much as possible to mitigate that, but it's going to happen to you. Whichever quarterback in the National Football League, I don't watch football, whichever quarterback throws the most balls has the most balls dropped. Period. You need to get more balls dropped. That's what you need to get. Throw the ball more often, because you'll get more catches as well. You get more touchdowns if you do that. So for you as an agent, it's important for you to understand your goal is to owe the IRS a freaking fortune. What if for your next 12 months, if I said, well, what's your goal in real estate? I would like to owe the IRS $500,000. Do you know how hard you would have to work to make that happen? Now, you could say, I don't want to owe the IRS anything. Then you can be as lazy as you want to be. Hell, they'll send you money if you're lazy enough, particularly these days. You could identify as not workable, and they'll just start sending you freaking money. But if your goal is, I need to figure out how I can owe the IRS $500,000, you got to have a game plan to make millions. You truly do. Your gross is going to need to be probably pretty close to $2 million. You're going to have to work your ass off to owe the IRS $500,000. But since you get to keep $1 million, million and a half, whatever that number is, I think that little 20 grand you owe, that little 30 grand you owe, you've been stressing over the small stuff. You're stressing over 2 transactions, call a freaking FISBO. Log into Inner Circle Coaching and just click on Foundational Model, and you will have an appointment before the sun goes down today. It will not take till tomorrow. It has never taken 48 hours for any agent that's implemented what I show them to do. And it costs $0 in marketing to get in front of that homeowner that's ready to sell their home right now. Do it today. Or keep making excuses for yourself. Keep saying, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need 20 freaking grand. Really? 3 closing? Like, how many closings is that for you? It's a joke. You don't have a problem with expenses. You have a problem with income. Fix that side. And your goal should be to beat all of our other members. You're going to need to owe them over 400 grand for the year. Your goal should be to owe the IRS $500,000 freaking dollars in 1 year. That should be your goal. Why does that matter? Like, if my goal was to eat Snickers, my goal would be to have as many Snickers wrappers. I don't even know where to throw all these things away. I got more Snickers wrappers than anybody. Well, look how many Snickers I actually got. The same is true for money. The tax that we pay, the IRS that we pay, is the little leftover stuff. Now, in some areas of the country, it's near 50%, but it's a portion of it. So I want to get as much money as I can. And then my throwaway stuff that I have to give to the trash man, it's a good name for the IRS, by the way, that I have to give to the IRS is a huge, I got more trash than anybody. My throwaway money that I have to give for people that identify as not able to work, right? Now that 60% of adult working men in the United States actually work. 60% work, which means 40 don't. Why is unemployment so low? Because you're only considered unemployed for 6 months. After 6 months, you're considered out of the workforce. So of course I'm not going to get political on you here, but I know for you as an earner, as somebody that needs to make money, that is worried about expenses that you have, or recently getting through the IRS and filing your taxes and, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You planned for this to happen, right? If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So you planned for this to happen because you didn't acknowledge you're going to owe money. You didn't try to owe as much as possible. You didn't try to earn as much as you can so that you owe more. Next 12 months starting today, your goal should be, I don't know if you'll reach your goal. You might only get halfway there, but your goal should be to owe the IRS $500,000. You understand the logic behind that, right? Like, if you tell a family member, if you're like, I watch this dude on YouTube, he coaches realtors all over the country, and sure, he's making them successful as hell, but you know what his advice was? You want to try to owe the IRS $500,000. Well, if y'all sit there and think about it, the shit makes sense. Because you could be in a conversation talking about, well, I was able to write off my lawnmower and that saved me $31. So I didn't have to find in all these stupid ass reasons that you won't owe the IRS. Go make money. You are not in a career where you have a salary that you're only going to work this much. So you got to find ways around that. That's not the business you're in. It's why you're in this business, because you have an unlimited income. There is no glass ceiling other than your own mental mindset. You can earn whatever you want to earn. So you don't have to worry about saving money, budgeting a certain way. What you need to worry about is making money. How can I possibly owe the IRS $500,000? Show me the plan so that I owe the IRS $500,000, because I think life's going to be good if I could owe them that much. You know where I run into trouble? Where I owe them $10, $20, $30, $40,000. That's when I get myself in trouble. But if I could owe them $500,000, I think I'd be in good shape. You see the difference there? You probably ought to learn from somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. You better learn from somebody that knows how to get you buyers and sellers that will close now, that will close consistently, that you can always have the number of closings you need through new clients coming in, not your freaking past clients and sphere of influence. That should be 10% of your business. If it's 90% of your business sucks and you're making that much money. That should be 10. It's still the same 22 closings a year, but it should be this percentage of your business because you got 220 closings here. So you're still getting the same 22 closings, but that's not 90% of your business. That's 10% of your business because you have a real marketing campaign. You're actually trying to owe the IRS a whole bunch of money because that means you made, by measurement, if you were to weigh it, it would be a metric shit ton. That's your goal. It's not to mess around. I need to go to another brokerage because this brokerage charges me too much. I'm going to switch to Verizon because they have a special plan that it's $19. What the hell are you? Why are you running your life down this path? It is crucial for you to understand that you are in a career with unlimited income opportunity, but you got to get your salespeople working the right way. They tend to slack and do shit they're not allowed to do. You got to get your marketing department to work the right way. They tend to slack and not do what they're supposed to be doing. If you were paying somebody $10 an hour and they did what you do, you'd fire them on day one. Oh, I'm just going to go get my nails done real quick. It's the only time she had an event. Then you're fired. I'm not paying you $10 an hour to go get your nails done. Yet you as a realtor will go do that. You wouldn't pay minimum wage. Whatever minimum wage is right now, it's probably $47 an hour. Whatever that number is, you wouldn't pay that much for them to say, oh, I just got to run to the store real quick. It'll only take me a minute. You're fired. But you allow yourself to do it every single day. And then you get to tax time. And then you wonder, what the hell am I going to do? Oh my gosh, I'm struggling so bad. Now I can't sleep at night. Well, now I don't even want to have sex with my spouse. Or frankly, you might get to the point you don't want to have sex with anybody because you got all this stress that's happening in your life. Go make money. Well, Greg, you don't understand. My car broke down and my laptop. I have a pond out here that has 7 laptops in it. 7. I've lived here 2 years. I take the battery out. Don't worry. It makes me feel better. It's gone. Get a new one. Get a new one. A laptop's $300. I don't do that Apple shit. It's $300. Maybe $400. Get a new one. Get a new one. Get a new one. What about all my stuff on? I click a button and it just loads it on there and it's fine. And I get a new one. I don't stress them. I'm not taking it to a damn repair shop, dealing with the kid with the earlobe stretched out and the freaking colors and the metal in his head and everything else to fix my laptop. $300? Fix your shit. Fix your life. Fix your income so you don't have those stresses in your life. I can guarantee there's an awful lot of people that say money doesn't buy happiness. That might be true, but it damn sure gets rid of sadness. If I give you 50 grand, you're going to have a hard time being upset today. You're going to have a hard time crying about a flat tire and, oh my gosh, and what am I going to do? And let me check my credit card balance. If you're in a position, you have to check your bank account every single day to see what cleared and what didn't. And am I okay? Fix your damn problem. You are a licensed real estate agent. Get coached by somebody that's not going to allow you to bullshit yourself anymore. When you look at the video description down here, if you look at this video description, I would challenge you to watch those training videos that are available free to you right there and look at what can happen to your life with Greg Luther Inner Circle Coaching, and then challenge yourself to say, no, I want to keep struggling. I want to keep checking my bank account every day. I want to keep owing the IRS and stressing over a $20,000 bill. 2 freaking closings. It's a joke, and it will continue until you decide you don't want to do it that way anymore. I don't care if you do it with me or somebody else. Somebody needs to get you out of your own way. Somebody needs to shake you up a little bit. It helps if they shake you by having their hands on your throat instead of your shoulders. It'll get your attention better, and you'll make the change you need to make. But until then, if you want somebody to, hi, today we're going to talk about finding your real value and what your value proposition should be. You need to have a mission statement as a real, shut the hell up. I need to owe the IRS $500,000. That's what I need to do. Show me how to do that. I'm already legal, moral, and ethical. I already care about my clients' interests. I'm going to do a great job for them, but I don't want to do it for 7. I want to do it for 700 families. Show me how to do it for 700. I'm not going to lose my ethics. I'm not going to lose my morals. I'm not going to lose the representation I give for them. But damn it, I'm tired of doing it for a small number. I want to do it for a big number. That's the coach that you need. When you see my morning meetings, they're all different topics, all different genres, all different ideas, all different personalities. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm mad. Sometimes I need to shake you up a little bit. That's why you follow the channel right here. So every day you have a morning meeting. But let's get you out of your way for a minute. Let's get you out of your way. You'd be shocked how many agents I see. I'm not a financial advisor, but there's a whole lot of agents I can call idiots for saying, Greg, I have an extra 10 grand. Where should I invest it? Should I invest it in stocks? Should I buy a rental property and use that as a down payment? I'm like, how much do you owe in credit card debt? I owe $30,000 in credit card debt, paying 28% a year. Well, Warren Buffett can't find anything that gets him a 28% return. You know what I would do with that? I would pay off the damn credit card. Can you put it? What do you want to put it somewhere that you get an 8% return while you're paying 28% over here? Same with taxes. Do you know what the penalties, the fees, the interest, all of the additional fees that they have? Do you know what the fees are on that if you owe them money? You know what fixes it? Not an attorney that's real good at negotiating, not having a used to be an IRS audit certified attorney that now represents the people. None of that stuff. You know what fixes it? Money. Money. If you get money, it makes a lot of that stuff go away. Go get closings. Stop lying to yourself. Stop rolling, tossing, and turning in bed. You look like a hot dog at 7-Eleven. While you're sleeping, that's what you look like all night long. All night long. You can't sleep. It's time for you to get serious about your business. So as we get through this tax time, and I'm seeing agents, especially those that have just recently joined us here. Oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I cover this? Do you have somebody that can help me with it? Yeah, money. Money. That's how. That's what we need to do. Nope, we don't need to even have a conversation. You need to get your ass out there and you need to go on an appointment today. That will fix it. I promise you're going to feel better. I promise. So it's time for you to get serious about making that happen and getting a game plan together, get a marketing campaign together that will allow you to do so. I'll get off my soapbox now. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Can get in your mindset a little bit. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments, by the way. Get into your mind a little bit and get you thinking, you know what? That probably would fix me. You know, if I had an extra, you know what would make me feel a lot better? 5 extra closings next month. Oh man, well, I got this health problem. You know, my ankle's all messed up. I promise your ankle will stop hurting if you have 5 closings. I promise. I don't know how it works. It just does because it makes you stop complaining about shit. It makes you realize there's other stuff that you can do. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Money will buy you a wave runner. Try to frown on a jet ski. Just try. Just be going full blast and just try to frown. You can't even do it. Money may not buy happiness, but it will certainly get rid of a lot of sadness. Let me know what I can do to help you out here. Check out the video description if you're not a member with us. But look, it's not hard. This business is not hard. I don't know why the hell you just don't know how the hell to do it in the first. It's not even hard to put a watch together. Once you learn how to do it, it's not hard to build a shed. Once you learn how to do it, you ever buy 2 of one thing? Like, don't ever go to IKEA. Everything comes with 777,000 parts. But if you build one, the second one's a hell of a lot easier. Isn't that true? So it wasn't hard to do it. You just hadn't learned how to do it. Once you've learned how to do it, they become easier and easier and easier. If you have somebody to come in and assemble it for you, they're done in like 5 minutes. They're like, yeah, I've done 300 of these things, right? Let's go get you 300 closings. Let's attract lots and lots of business so that this doesn't seem like a puzzle to you anymore. It doesn't seem like, wow, real estate is so tough. There's so much competition. You aren't even competing against them. There will be 3 agents that go out on a listing appointment and you didn't go out there and you'll be like, the competition's beating me. You didn't even compete. 2 of them got beat by the competition. The other 7,000 got beat by obscurity. Watch the videos in the link below. Follow the channel here, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Greg Luther. Bye-bye for now.